Like, I don't know, but it's not him.
I
How
think
I
it's youth.
feel is, I feel like that just even for the men, it sound like, and I feel like people do this a lot in relationships, and that's why it's a lack of communication. When people can't understand something or a thought process, they assume that it's not true or that can't be it. And for instance, like, how can I explain it? So men would say we cheat for this reason and da, 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 da. Women would come back and say no, we don't cheat for that, y'all don't cheat for that reason, we think it's because of da, 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 da. But here as women, we try, they all trying to tell you as a woman it can be that confusing. It's really that confusing. And I don't like how just because she was the one to speak on it, that the husband is not being held accountable either. If she said they have not argued, that means the husband have not brought up problems he may have had with her because he probably always trying to take the high road and vice versa. By doing that, there's no uncomfortability in the marriage at all on his part or hers. And in order to grow, what do they say? When there's evolution, there's always chaos before change. They haven't had that part in their marriage. Two, y'all don't even know how the men feel. Y'all don't know how the husband feel. Y'all don't even know if they said they never argue. They probably never argue about the divorce either. Tell the truth.
She,
Like it got to
she,
the point where there's
she
no
said they never argued. We
yeah,
didn't hear.
but that's what I'm saying. We can only go from what she's saying. We can't like just put in things based on our past experience on what may have happened. We can like, of course, that's what this is for.
Okay.
This is for us to talk about, But at the same time, when I think about it, it's just not enough information to just paint her as the bad guy. Because if that divorce conversation wasn't hectic, he obviously didn't fight hard enough either during that divorce to make her think about something like how you felt, like how I feel. 15 years, I'm not giving up on no 15-year marriage because first off, I'm gonna make sure that's my person before I even marry him. I want to know, I want to feel like when I marry a man, I want to feel like it ain't nothing you could do that's gonna make me leave you, because at the end of the day, I want to help you grow. I want to help you heal, and as long as you heal, then I know, I see the best version of you. You can be the best version of yourself, and I believe I can have that impact on you. And I think that's what marriage should be about. Can I have an impact on this person, and can this person have an impact on me? Can this person push me to grow and push me out my comfort zone to become a better person? And 15 years of no argument or nothing, they probably shouldn't have been together. They were two people being together, probably doing what's best, not saying what they want to say, like just to avoid arguments. In reality, they both was left stagnant for 15 years.
But you
No
know what?
arguments, no growing.
You're-
You said what?
I'm sorry. I'm saying like hearing all of you guys' perspective on this. I had like a light bulb go off where I was like, have y'all seen that movie Hall Pass? Anybody seen that movie? So it's like after 15 years, because the subject is communication, right? So yeah, after 15 years, what can't we communicate? Even if I needed a hall pass, if it was somebody else, would I leave this person who I've been in this ride with to the wheels fall off of 15 years, and not even communicate that? Now, how he takes it, I don't know. Because y'all, I'm saying that to say because the fellas are saying, most of the fellas, not all yet, but some of the fellas are saying, yo, you got to be somebody else. And the ladies, I kind of feel like Kelly, like, what if it's not just somebody else? What if it's the growth? What if it's something else that it's just not him, right? Like whether it's his work ethic. I don't know what turned her off from him, but something spoke to that she on a talk show enough to speak it, you know what I'm saying, say it, walk through wanting to have a divorce. So it's something strong enough there to pull her away. But at the same time, 15 years down the drain and this person been in a car with me, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's almost like, what can't we talk about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can we talk about?
The only thing I
Well,
don't.
So if the roles was reversed, do you think a man sit there
exactly.
and said, I was with this woman for 15 years
Mm-hmm.
and married 7. Do you think he could just get away with just walk away and not be accused of infidelity?
Well,
No,
that's
that's
what
not
I'm
going to be the
saying.
case.
Talk to me, because if it
A
is
man,
about somebody
yeah,
else
man,
and it's like, hey, baby, I want to see what this like. I just watched Muhammad Ali the other day, and his wife was like, husband, I'm following you. Even through his infidelity, she came to the hotel like, tell me what's going on. Okay. And after she let her little anger out, her little spout of frustration, she came back and said, what's next?
okay, so
So,
a man wouldn't get
Right.
that. A man wouldn't get that same grace you talking about. Man,
What I'm saying is,
y'all
I feel
that
like
woman
the
I
man.
think,
that's what I'm saying on what I just was talking about. She gave him grace. That's what I was talking about.
well, yeah,
A
well, shout
woman,
out to Ali and his wife. But
huh?
I'm talking about this man. If that man, if the roles was reversed of what we was talking about, if that was that man who was going through something, God told me I need to leave this woman. She's not the right woman. He would have been vilified. He'd have been talked about. He ain't no goddamn. I bet he was cheating on her. I bet he got a whole new family 2 blocks away.
And
I'm gonna say this.
Men
happy
and
off
women
and
are different. Men do things for a certain
Um,
reason. Women do things for a certain reason.
but
What
I
y'all
got you.
do, what y'all do, what y'all do. So
But Di, you
I'm
made
not
the
saying you
statement
hold
can't
on,
in.
one at a
accuse her
time,
of
one at a
cheating.
time, y'all.
I
One
feel
at a
like that is a great. I think that is a great accusation. I don't think it's just like mad blowing like she had to be cheating. No, that's a logical thing for him to think about. It's like, well, what was you doing for these past 7 years? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's not. I don't think it's just that, but it's just like it seemed like that's the only thing y'all were saying, like, oh, it had to be another man. Y'all not thinking outside the box, like what could have it had been? Because it's not always just another man. So we as women is trying to give y'all different perspectives that it's more than cheating when it comes to us as women. You know what I'm saying? For me, with that guy, I didn't never cheat on him ever. The whole 6 years. It just came down to it when I realized he not for me. And it was my lack of experience with a dad, with men, with brothers, with sisters. I can admit that it was my of experience. Even from hearing you talk, Hank, when I heard you talk and the way you speak with passion and your spiritualness, I never really heard that from a man before. And usually I would take that like, oh, offensive, like he's attacking me, but it's not. You're passionate about this situation. You know things that I don't know about men. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to see that passion. But that's what I said. It's just we as women, y'all kind of have to put yourself in our shoes the same way we have to put ourselves in yours. And that's why communication is important. You have to communicate to me how you feel, why you think the way you think. Then I have to take myself out of my shoes and put myself in your shoes. And I can't be like, oh, that's illogical because as a woman, that's something I wouldn't do. No, if you say this is how men think and this is how men act and this is how they respond to things, I can't be like, oh, well, they shouldn't respond like that. If all men are saying this is how we act and respond to things, although I can't relate as a woman, I have to take your word for it, put myself in your shoes and react the same way and perceive things the way you perceive them. And they didn't do that in
Di, I
my
got you.
marriage.
I got you,
They
Okay,
ma'am. I
didn't do
got you.
okay.
I
that.
got you. I got you. I know
I'm
what you're
sorry.
saying.
Oh, let me just give y'all
I
this
agree
little
with you.
time.
I agree with what you're saying.